Things are really starting to heat up out there, and I'm trying to relax as I'm recording this on July 3rd, getting ready to go into a holiday weekend. But I woke up to a Wall Street Journal article that shows a growing number of corporate leaders publicly stating, what many of us have been saying now for a while, that the impact of generative AI on white collar employment is not going to be subtle. This is going to be something that is direct, it's widespread, and in many cases, permanent. Now, I highly recommend going and checking this Wall Street article out. I will put it in the description or comment section wherever you're watching this. But these are CEOs across multiple industries who are now openly projecting major reductions in administrative, in operational, and in entry-level roles. Not years from now. I've been talking 3 to 5 years from now. They're talking in terms of 12 to 24 months. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the AI for Everyone Daily Brief.
So what happened? Well, several prominent executives have begun framing AI not as a tool to support their workforce, but as a full-on replacement strategy. Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, was quoted in this article, and he predicts AI could replace half of U.S. white-collar jobs. Half. Now, I worked at Ford Motor Company for 12 years. I've never looked at them as a high-tech company by any means, but if a gentleman in the big three is making this comment, we have to pay attention. The next one is Dario Amodei. He is the CEO of Anthropic, which is one of the big LLMs, Claude, a competitor to ChatGPT and Google's Gemini. He projects the loss of 50% of entry-level knowledge work within the next 1 to 2 years. Now, he could be grandstanding and, of course, promoting how awesome his company is. But again, we have to take notice because we're seeing a trend here. Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, says AI will result in a smaller corporate workforce. And we all, most of us, use Amazon in some way. And then we have Marianne Lake, who is the CFO of JPMorgan, Chase Bank, confirms a 10% reduction in back office roles that have been tied directly to AI implementation. Well, why not? All companies are not issuing these formal timelines, but the messaging here is consistent with the ones that are. AI is no longer viewed as just an additive. It's transformative. And unfortunately, transformation in business often means fewer people. This isn't just speculation from researchers or futurists. This is coming from the people right there that are responsible for managing cost, growth, and those shareholder expectations. Because historically, executive optimism was around new technology that focused on augmentation or improving human work, not replacing it. Well, that is no longer the dominant narrative. The dominant narrative now is toward efficiency through elimination. Let me say that again. Efficiency through elimination. Not because it's desired in any way, but because it's possible. So if you work in marketing, operations, HR, administration, this message is clear on your future. And I hope, I pray that you're listening to me right now because you're the person I'm trying to reach. I don't want you to get left behind with what's going on. I hope this resonates with you because if your role relies heavily on pattern recognition, templated type of output, or any repetitive task, you are so extremely vulnerable. And many of these jobs, their era is coming to an end. Let's talk about some of the implications and as all this moves forward. First off, entry-level hiring is tightening. Many companies are pausing, reducing, even eliminating early career roles here as AI continues to move forward and just do more of the basic output that's there. And we've all heard the saying that to get this job, you need experience, but I need this job to get the experience. what do we do? How do people get this experience to work in the future? I also look at the long-term effects on how negative this could be. And think about coaching if you ever played sports. If your coach was there teaching you the right way, if you needed to increase your stamina, made you run. If you needed to increase your strength, put you in the weight room. If you wanted to become a better batter, you attended more batting practice and took more reps. You learned the fundamentals. Well, that's what these early career roles do. It teaches you the fundamentals of being in a workforce after college, how to work as a team, how to be a leader, how to, take on more responsibility. And if you don't have these young leaders coming in and learning the fundamentals of how to work within a corporate structure, well, where's that going to leave you down the road when you need a middle manager or another executive or whatever? Your whole farm team has been completely wiped clean. The second thing here is job descriptions are changing. You're going to see a lot more emphasis being placed on creative thinking, problem solving, and decision making. I say time and time again, soft skills are your superpower. That's what you need to be working on right now. How can we just ask better questions? How can we better define problems, really understand the outcomes that we want? How can we work on our emotional intelligence, our self-awareness? These are the things that are going to make you very marketable as AI continues its move forward here. And lastly, internal teams are consolidating. One person using AI tools is now doing the work of 3 people. I think in my case, I feel like I'm doing the work of 10 people. As I made the commitment to do a video a day every business day here for 90 days, I've put together a workflow using AI where I can get this done in about 90 minutes. Now, before AI, this would take me anywhere from 12 hours to a full week to put a video like this together. You have to find the topic, research the topic, draft a newsletter, draft a script, record the video after you practice the video for a while. You need to edit the video. You need to SEO, write a description and create a thumbnail and a featured image and then publish. So there's so many steps involved here. Now, AI helps me with so many of them. It's taken a 12 to 24-hour job and turned it into about 90 minutes. For individuals, this means the path forward is just going to depend on your ability to adapt to new systems, to workflows, and new thinking models. That right now is where I highly advise everybody puts a big chunk of their time. As we come to a close, I want to leave you with these 3 takeaways. And thank you so much for sticking with me this long. If you have found value in this video, please hit that subscribe button, support the channel in that way. Make sure that this content gets to other people that you feel really need it, that you don't want to see get left behind either. So the 3 key takeaways for this video today is, number 1, executives are no longer downplaying the impact that AI is going to have on the workforce. As a matter of fact, they're reframing it as being inevitable. Number 2, AI is accelerating these structural changes in how companies hire, staff, and operate. This is no longer a future of work scenario. This is a how work is going to be done right now scenario. And number 3, the pressure is absolutely moving up the ladder. The entry-level jobs are going to be hit, but so is middle management, so is more skilled executive level jobs. And we are all on notice right now. We are all on notice. And I just hope, and if you've been with the video this long, I know you're taking it seriously. And kudos to you, because we're the leaders that are going to survive through this onslaught of change that's coming. And I commend you for that. That's amazing. Oh, and one more thing. I really want to leave you with this. The tool isn't the threat. We need to change our mindset on that. The real risk is holding on to the assumption that things will return to normal, like some pre-2020 world that no longer exists. It doesn't matter what era you think was great or the good old days, they're gone. Things are changing. And understand, AI is not removing work. It's removing how work is done. The challenge for leaders like you, like me, us professionals, It's not about the technology. It's about staying relevant in a system that's already changing without asking permission. And we need to be able to change with it. So let's take those humanistic skills, the things that we have inherently, and let's leverage the heck out of them and make sure that we do not get left behind, that you do not get left behind. Well, that's it for today. My name is Harrison Painter. This has been your AI for Everyone Daily Brief. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. God bless.